goals are, you know, you've got to have goals in this game. If not, it's something crazy's happening. Reinhold, Robinson, and Baker are all in the top 6 in goals. Tried to fire that on, knocked a stick right out of his hand. Darren Doherty trying to go in to pick that up, but he can't. Sent over to Brian Bickle. Bickle throwing it over to Taylor Best. Taylor Best into the slot, moves around 2 guys! He shoots and scores and wants to hear it from the crowd. What a move and what a play. And Durham has tied it up with 2 very quick goals here in the second period. Holy Dinah. They'll dump it in behind the net. Lemke is there first. Richardson giving chase, and he's knocked down. Scriver throwing it up through the middle of the ice. Bull, he's had a great game tonight. He's looking to move in, tries the turn, waits for some help, throws it back in behind the net, and Durham will set it up inside the zone. Looking back to the blue line. Scriver looking for the return pass. Lemke throwing it on goal! The tip and a goal! Durham takes back the lead 6-5 in the blink of an eye. The redirect from the point, Bull taking it inside the zone. The shot from the point from Lemke, and a beauty redirect from St. Hill. Unbelievable. Keep this rolling actually just till they clear the ice as the jawing continues between these 2 clubs. And we'll wait for them to clear the ice. And yeah, these 2 teams really, the rivalry continues, it builds, and I'll tell you this much, they do not like each other very much. It's taken them a little while to get off the ice here. Having a couple conversations, setting up some dinner reservations, and it looks like nothing's going to come of it. Yes, I just heard it over the announcements there. So we got live action. Lindsay, he's lifted. You could hear the bench hollering, he's coming. That's sifted in down low. Trying to go in there was Baxter, and he knew that hit was coming. He took it anyways and made the play. And Durham knocked down in front, scores! They get it rolling early, and they tie it 6-all, and we'll finally have a different score from the first 2 meetings. The third will not be a 6-5 final for Durham. It's 6-6. What a play! What a forecheck! That has been the tale of the tape tonight. And for Lindsay is Robinson. He is labeled by O'Donnell. Number 52 for Durham is a mean defenseman when he gets you in that corner, let me tell you. That pass over, and Richardson with it, sifted over. He's getting another chance with it. This time he'll rifle it on goal. Horn will make the save, and his D will clear it. And that is behind enemy lines. Rhino stops up, looking, the pass, and a great play defensively, and a great play to go to the net, but Porter slowed that play. What a pass! Slot over! Scores! The Barncats are on top again. It's 7-6. What a great passing play, and Lindsay's crowd erupts. And that song, I just love it. Knocked down the rebound, shot blocked. Another chance on the doorstep, and he's fired in behind the net. And this is going to be a wang doodle of a finish indeed. Throws it over to Reinhold. Shoots it high up over the net. Lemke sends it around to the other side. Back to the point. Betts looking to fire a shot through that maze of players in front. Looking into the corner. Bickle tries to send it, and he does to Reinhold. Reinhold gets himself some room into the slot. A great defensive play there by Brad Smulders. Shoots or screen! Scores! Andrew Reinhold again comes up big for Durham. And it's 7-7 with 53 and 2 tenths to go. Unbelievable. Trying to throw it back into the corner. He's going in for the give and go, but a chance for Reinhold. He's way up ice. That's sent up. And Robinson was there to lock him down. Reinhold, he still sends it around the net. Ackerman is there. 14 seconds remaining in the overtime. Ackerman getting into the slot. Ackerman knocked off the stick, 7 seconds remaining, into the slot. Lemke, shot, rebound, what an unreal save by Adam Wisco, and we're going to end the overtime in a 7-7 tie. Can you believe it, folks? Wow. Okay, first guy up is Andrew Reinhold. Let's see if he can pop one here. Andrew Reinhold versus Wisco. Wisco stays right with him and makes the save. Cameron Robinson. He's the other guy right with Rhino. They have two of them here in Lindsay, and Cameron is one of them. He's in. On goal. Fakes it. Score! Cameron Robinson. Magic hands. 1-0 Lindsay. Ackerman. He has got magic mitts as well. He's got great speed. Will he utilize it here? Yes, he will. Comes in fast and furious on Wisco. Shot, and Wisco again. Stones him. Can Brad Smulders do it right here? The assistant captain for a reason. Brad Smulders picks the puck up at center, and he's in. Scores! That'll do it from Lindsay. Brad Smulders ices this game away, and the Lindsay Barncats, after 3 attempts, that one will be theirs. They'll have another. The place was rocking, and can Lindsay pull off an even better comeback tonight against the Deserano Bulldogs? Come through center, the shot. Knocked down there. Deserano will pick it up inside their own zone. Austin Eastman out through center. Across the blue line and in. Trying to go around the defender. The drop pass was picked off by Will Jones, and he'll move that in behind the net. Baxter trying to send that up through center. Baxter tried to go around to the rebound, and he scored! They got it early. I got the camera work right now, James. Is not a goal, and Lindsay gets on the score sheet early. Noise in his own zone. BDD pass over. Lindsay getting a goal and making it 7-2. I can't change the score, folks. I will have that change here momentarily when James gets back. That's into the corner, and Lindsay's coming out in this third period with a bit of salt and vinegar early on. Digging in the corners. If they can get another one, a 4-goal differential is something James will get a hold of this. 1 goal, James, for Lindsay. Shot through and a stop by Corey Kuipers. I was proud of myself. I was able to get the live stream back up, though. Thank you. All right, so 7-2, early goal by Lindsay, and if you saw the intermission, probably not. It took me a while to get the stream back up, but if you did, check it out on the after the game. We will have it recorded. The chance turnover, looking into the slot. Top shoots, and it's stopped by Kuipers. Back to the blue line, Michael Noyes cycles that blue line. The shot through, and it's stopped by Kuipers. If you saw that game, folks, the highlight package James put together in that second period, Lindsay versus Durham, what a great comeback. Can they do it again? Would be absolutely amazing. But for Deserano, it wouldn't be so sweet. But for these Lindsay fans who have stuck around, they certainly love their Barncats indeed, let me tell you that much. And I will get you up to date with the out-of-town scoreboard as soon as we have a whistle. We wanted to get you that highlight package. to show you what Lindsay can do when they're down by a few. Passy over. Through center. Swift had that knocked off his stick. Stopped by Kuipers. So you're out of town scoreboard. 4-3, as I say, Rivermen. 5-4, Killer Bees over the Irish. That's in the third. 9-3, Wolves over the Wild now. That's late in the third. 10-2, Ritos over the Royals. Rangers leading the Mariners 6-3 in the second. 7-1, Bluebirds over the Coyotes. And 4-0, Hawks over the Lumberjacks. That is early on. Chance into the slot area, knocked away. Lamport digging for it. Shot! And a stop by Kuipers. He threw it back out in front of the net. Goes back to the blue line. Shot through by Bassey, the redirection, and they score! The Barncats might have caught fire. And it's 7-3 now. And it's only 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the third period. Can they pull off the unthinkable? What a tip in front. Listen to that crowd. They are not giving up on their mates. Draw one. The Barncats control. Off the wall, and that's sent down into the Deserano zone, and that'll be an icing. Ryan Oliver with the goal here early on from Cameron Robinson and Matthew Baxter. They just announced the third goal by Lindsay. We'll get that to you right away. Scrum draw. The pass over. Arnberg shot, a stop. And Lindsay will try and turn it back around. Looked like a totally different team now. Head up, across the line. The shot, stopped by Kuipers. Chance in front of the net. That goes back to the point. Oliver saw it the last second. He'll snap that through. The rebound is right there. Robinson was knocked down in front. Sent down the ice. Groff. Oh, he plays it from his knees out through center now. Lindsay looking to pick that up. And they will. Oliver skates in. Nice move to try and go around it, but a better defensive play. Cannons flip that up. Harrison couldn't pick it up. And they scamper through center now. Lamport across the blue line. Getting in behind, and a shot comes up. A stop by Kuipers. Chris Rogalski. Shot into the corner. Back to the blue line, and it's out. Trying to find the puck here, and it'll be on a Deserano stick. Lindsay will go after it in the defensive zone. 3 of them there. Will Jones will be the recipient after a good hard battle in the corner. Back out through center ice now. Knifed in. Kuipers had to be careful with that bouncing puck, and he will hold on for the whistle. Well, no game is ever over, folks. Lindsay has shown that throughout this season. I appreciate you staying with us, folks. We're going off Wi-Fi. The draw is won by Deserano. A pass over is completed, and the Bulldogs are out. Throwing it into the corner. Lamers throwing it back towards the net, but it'll go around to the other side. The Bulldogs, the pass over is a chance here, and he rifled it short side, high and wide towards the net again, and they deflect it home. And it's 8-3 on a redirect in front by Austin Eastman. Well, they had built up a bit of momentum there with those 2 quick goals in the third, but that there's going to be a tough one to shake off. A nice play from the point, and a good shot. Finds the back of the net. Deserano has a 5-goal lead once again. Pass over off the wall and out through center on a 2-on-2 chance. Firing it. Good defensive play there by Noyes. Trying to walk out in front. Deserano digging. Shot, and he fired it far side and wide. The blue line, hops over his stick, and it's into the neutral zone. Cross ice pass. It's knocked down and flipped through center. Trying to give him a hit at center ice there. Barncats, line shoveled in. Onside. Lamport and behind the net, didn't get there first. And that's chipped off the boards and down into the Lindsay zone. Looks like we're going to have a little jousting session inside the Deserano zone. And it may be to a side, but there may be more penalties to come. Passionate teams, passionate crowd. Small town crowds with big time hockey all across this league. The big game, folks, on everybody's mind. They're starting the third. The South Grenville Rangers looking to knock off the Manotick Mariners for their first loss of the season. And South Grenville Rangers are playing the Manotick Mariners. And Manotick is 11-0 on the season. And it's 6-3 going into the third period. I don't know. They could. You know what I mean? Like, Manotick could go crazy and score 3 goals. Lindsay did it. They were down 6-2. Remember that? That's out through center. Chip back in to the Lindsay zone. And there's Will Jones, tried the toe drag, and it's a breakaway for Graham Lamers. Out is Groff, and he plays it out through center, and the crowd loves that. But Lindsay, I'll tell you, has battled this entire game. Deserano is just, they're a powder keg right now. Playing some great hockey and not willing to let up a mite. Back to the blue line. Austin Eastman to Arnberg. Greg Arnberg straddles the blue line. Pass over to Hill to Eastman. Hill, Arnberg shoots, and it's stopped by Groff. Hold on for the faceoff. It was Cameron Robinson from Alex Bassey, and then it was Austin Eastman from Ethan Cohens and Graham Lamers. And that's where we are right now, folks, in a 8-3 game for Deserano. Face off is one. Goes back to the blue line. D pass into the slot for Eastman. Cycle it back to the blue line. Looking over to Arnberg as they switched up. Back to Eastman. Back down low. Hill, the shot, and he fired it far side and wide. Hit along the wall there in fine fashion. Pass over by Johnny Hill. Connects to Eastman. Drop back to Hugden. Over to Arnberg. Pass over. Slot now. Hugden shot through a crowd. And it got blocked. Sent back to the blue line. Hill to Arnberg. Back over to Hill. The shot through, kicked away by Groff. They're hammering away at it. And Lindsay will garner the puck, and it's Baxter. Across the blue line, it's Smith. Pick that up, and he'll take a huge hit as Deserano gets back out through center. And a nice pass there, 3-on-2. Hugden can't hold on to it. The penalty is over. 5 aside again. Jordan Cannons drops that off to Friend. Pass rink wide to Cones. Send that up through center. Baxter throws it back, and they'll try and set it up inside their own zone. Backhand pass across the line, and Deserano will pick that up in their own zone. Pass through center with good speed, but they can't complete the pass. They'll try and work it here. Is Overland looking into the slot. Overland, a nice move around him. Throwing it back behind the net, sift out in front. A good defensive play by Michael Noyes. Clear the slot area. Richardson leaves it there for Oliver. He's knocked off the puck. And Deserano moving it out through center again. Noyes chips it. It's knocked down now. Chance and a shot. A nice save there by Groff. 11:25 to go here in the third. Knocked off his stick by Rogalski. Sends it back into their own zone to move it out quickly. In behind the net and around to the other side. Rogalski on that fast, and he took a hit, but shook it off from Riley Young. Sicard, the captain, through center. Richardson can't catch that one. Rogalski, he'll throw it in on Groff. And chase after it. Good shift here by Rogalski. Swift along the wall, sending it over. And Robinson across the blue line. Drop for Swift. The shot hit a foot up into the glass. Trying to chip it back to the point, and they will. The shot through a screen. Kuipers will stop that one. And he did not like that tap after he played it. And a little shot there from number 93, Alex Bassi. Oh, thank you very much. .10:37 to go here in the third, and 8-3 Deserano lead. Now they have been just a team that's almost impossible to defend at times. They came out flying in this one. A lot of high scores tonight. 6-0 Hawks over the Lumberjacks. That is in the second. 7-1 Bluebirds. 8-3 this score. 6-3 Rangers over the Mariners. 13-2 Ritos over the Royals. 10-3. That's a final. Wolves over the Wild. And earlier today, the Rockets won 11-4 over the Mustangs. A lot of big scores on this Saturday night. Everybody getting ready for the holidays. And Merry Christmas to you at home. We hope that you enjoy your Christmas with your family, friends, and loved ones. Pass across, kick, save by Groff. You're very welcome, Cheryl. We appreciate the support. Not a lot we can do on the stream with going off Wi-Fi. A chance by Eastman, and/or on our and/or off my data. Ironberg, the shot directed towards the net and tipped wide. Around to the other side, back to the blue line, and that's picked off by Robinson. He's got some speed coming through center, around a man. Another one around Overland, and he couldn't break Ironberg and Overland at the same time, but what a great effort by 24 Cameron. You'll be seeing him definitely in the All-Star game. He's incredible, and he puts on quite a show for Lindsay, but Overland across the blue line. He's looking for the return pass. Bodied against the wall there. Lindsay trying to come out with it, but Deserano is digging like crazy. A lot of body along the wall here. Sent around to the other side. That'll be picked up by Young. Throwing it back to Will Jones. Sends a hard pass through center, and Thomas couldn't handle that. Deserano. Their long drive back to Deserano will be a lot better if they can hold on to this victory and improve to 7-0-1 over their last 8. Trying to get across the line and his head up the whole way. Good thing. Good body there by Thomas. But Deserano will pick this puck up. Try and move it out. Stymied there at the blue line. And Lindsay now. DDD pass through center. Richardson will chip it in. Behind the net is Kuipers. Along the wall to Robinson. Trying to move it back in behind the net. Deserano will have none of that, but they'll send it back to the blue line. Tipped in front by Lamport. Cohen spins on Lamport, and he moves it out on his own. He fanned on the pass, but stayed right with it. Rogalski knocked to the seat of his pants. Back across the line. The shot, and Groff will make the save on that one. They just started the third in South Grenville and Manotick. Let's see if there's any more. Yeah, that's about it, folks. I'll keep you updated on that game as it rolls along. The rest are basically done. And Durham and Westport started out kind of the same way this one. They're up 6-0, and they're in the second period. Kuipers sends that along the wall and shot back towards the net. But there's Burtonshaw, who had a little fisticuffs in the first period. He seems no worse of the wear. Along the wall now. Tried to get it through. He's knocked down. And there's Smith now throwing it towards the net. Just out of the reach of everybody, and it hit the glass. Came back out in front of the net, and it's a 4-on-2 now for Deserano. Eastman sends it cross. Shot! And a nice save by Groff to get over in time. The glove up on that one. Sicard. He's alone up there. He'll send it in and get his mates a line change. Oh, a little fake pass and behind his own net. Try and move that up through center, and it's picked off. Over the 1T by Lamport. Just hit off the heel of his stick back to the point. Sends it in. Nope, he can't get it through, and that's chipped up through center. And off to the races is Jordan Cannons, but Groff is out there to meet that puck. He throws it along the wall, and a melee ensues, and it turns over for Lindsay as they counter. Robinson and his stick blew up there, and he's wanting a penalty on the slash. It's a $300 stick sitting there in the middle of the ice. Sicard in his own zone now. Waiting to see what he's got up ice. Well, it's over to Will Jones just behind him. He's able to turn and grab that. Sent in behind the net. Johnny Hill poked that over to Rogalski. Two great leaders. And then Sicard, the leader for Lindsay, gives Rogalski a bump. A bouncing puck, and it just went wide. Flipped in front of the net, and a good defensive play there. Blew his stick apart. Two sticks from Lindsay have broken in the last two plays. Pass across into the slot, and it's broken up. Will Jones protects the puck from Rogalski. Tried to send it in deep. Rogalski and Will Jones have a couple of words, but they both go towards their respected positions. Bassey looking to find a Barncat stick, and he can't. 4:50 to go here. The third period. Sent into the corner. Harrison trying to turn, and he can't get free. Pass over by Thomas to Will Jones. He's had a long shift here. Sent up to Richardson. And chip that into the zone. Thrown up and out to Hugden. Across the line, looking for the late trailer. Austin Eastman chipped off his stick. Noyes out through center. Noyes across the line. The chance here to go to the net. Fake the shot. He run out of room. Good hit there by Thomas, but he just got out of the way. And they're out on a 2-on-1. Pass over. Chance goes into the slot. A good play by Baxter to stay there for the return pass. Penalty coming to the Barncats. Looking behind the net to the front. No, we can't make it work. And a penalty will come to the Barncats. 3:50 to go here in the third period. Holy moly. Well, we hope you've enjoyed it, folks. We will not see you, as I said, till Christmas is over. And we will have a slew of Barry's Bay games ahead of us on the schedule. And, you know, for the All-Star game, you look at guys like Dallas Slack. He leads the league with a 214 goals against and a 936 save percentage. He's 7-0 on the season. Berkeley-Ev, Manitic, a 225 goals against a 927 save percentage with a shutout, and he's 8-0 on the season. Matt Loveys from Tweed, he's 6-0 with a 312, 918 save percentage. Danique Boisvert, 6-2, a 392 goals against an 878 save percentage. And Matt Jenkins, always in the conversation, 6-1, 372 goals against average and an 875 save percentage. So we will see what the votes, how they tally, and where everyone ends up. But this game's got Deserano on a 3-on-2 here. To the slot, the shot, and deflected wide. Looking in front of the net, and it's a save by Groff again. Right on the doorstep. Very happy to hear it, Cheryl, big time. Updates around the league. Hawks now leading the Lumberjacks. That is 8-0. It's still 6-3. South Grenville over Manitic. 7-2. Bluebirds over the Coyotes. Exciting hockey all around this league, always. Puck's along the wall. Trying to drive home, maybe another one here. Ironberg, the shot through, and it hit the outside of the net. Cannons pass over, shot, and a nice save by Groff on Friend, and he'll hold on to that one. 3:07 to go here, the late stages of this one. It started out at 5-on-3, and they were only able to get one, but from there, Deserano just kept piling it on. And Lindsay Barncats did not have an answer. Oh, what a nice move. And the Sif backdoor chance, throwing it out in front. And the return pass couldn't complete. Sicard putting on the afterburners, trying to get by Friend, but muscled in the corner. And another penalty coming to Lindsay. And Sicard is not happy. Gives him a little swat there, and he's going to go for 4. Thank you, Cheryl. Yep, we drove slow the whole way up. 110, 120. I made sure James would tell me if I was going faster than that. He did a good job. Just taking her easy. No need to rush. We got here actually like 2.5 hours early for the game and sat here for 45 minutes because I got the time wrong. I was certain it was 7 o'clock, and usually these games here in Lindsay start at 7:30, so my mistake. This game will basically end on a power play for Deserano unless they score one. There'll be only 50 seconds remaining in the third period. And like I said prior to the game, it was a 5-4 Lindsay win in game 1 where Des was up 3-1, then 11-1 Deserano in game 2, and then Deserano won game 3 6-4. So it was one of those things where this is just Deserano's time to shine in this one. And I'm telling you, they are on such a roll right now. It's hard to beat them. They're pulling away from their opponents. They're going to go improve to 9-3 on the season. And a lot of these guys are from last season as well. A few of the guys pass over top into the slot. They have some new faces as well, but the Ironbergs, Rogalskis, the Gustafsons, they're both goalies, Kuipers and Young, Lamers. They're guys that have been here around for a long time. They know each other. They know how each other plays, and the Harrison boys. It's a club that doesn't shy away. Even the Luke Brown, Noah Brantz aren't here tonight. Chad Duchesne, Zach Masterson's not here, and they put on quite a show as a team effort tonight. Austin Eastman played a lot of minutes tonight to help Deserano with this win, and Overland as well. The shot that's deflected wide of the net. Cohen's played a big role. Like I say, Harrison's both played great. Martin with a couple goals early. Cohen's a shot, and a nice glove save by Groff. And he'll hold on to the whistle. Freeze that puck. That face-off is won, and Collins out through center. Richardson out through center. Flipped up to Rogalski just ahead of him. Drop pass over. Rogalski gave it back, and they can't complete it. Pass over. I'll gain the blue line, but they can't complete that play. They're around him. He's in on goal. The move, and a great stop by Groff. And he'll hold on to the faceoff. After coming in relief, he's only allowed 2 goals. And that is on, let me see here if I can get it up quickly. Groff, Kyle Groff has made 26 of 28 saves in this game. He's done terrific in relief. And he's made some spectacular saves in this one. And, he's played great. Behind the net. And out of the zone. Noise over to Lamport. He'll whistle that one on, and Kuipers will stop it. And, of course, Kuipers has been great, too. I mean, he stopped 39 of 42 shots on goal tonight. Corey Kuipers has played excellent for the Deserano Bulldogs as well. The draw. 1. Deserano will move it out through center. Round a man and in for Oberlin. Pass over just at the minute mark of the 3rd period. Into the corner. Throwing it back around to the other side. And back into the zone. Sent out through center ice. Into the zone for Lamport. Pass over. Robinson tried to get around him and couldn't. Shot up into the mesh. Next weekend we'll have Barry's Bay versus Manotick. And their perfect record is actually in jeopardy right now. They're down 6-4 with 11:44 to go. They got a goal here in the 3rd. We'll have that game then January 2nd, Shawville versus the Wolves, and the 3rd as well. South Stormont back out in Barry's Bay. We'll also have the All-Star game shot stopped by Kuipers. That's out the center ice area, and as the clock ticks down, Lindsay will not be happy with the outcome of this game, but they didn't give up. They kept trying. The puck just seemed to find the back of the net more often than not, but they came up, like I say, in this game with a 8-3 loss. But it's the shots on goal, 46-44 in favor of Deserano. Corey Kuipers played incredible as well for the Bulldogs. And your 3 stars, for the Lindsay Barncats, their star I would give to Kyle Groff. He came in relief and not an easy situation. Stopped 27 of 29 shots. For the Deserano Bulldogs, I'll give it to Graham Lamers. Marie, I hope you like that. Graham Lamers with a goal and 2 assists on the game. And Austin Eastman must have played 77 minutes tonight. He played incredible with a goal and 3 assists. He played spectacular. And after 60 minutes, we find the Deserano Bulldogs winning this one in an 8-3 fashion. So that'll do it from Lindsay. Not really anything more to... Oh, there it is. The Manotick Mariners are now within 1. They have scored 2 goals in this period, and they were 45 seconds apart. So they can come back and keep that perfect record intact for our game next weekend versus the Barry's Bay Wolves. So for James Bowl, myself, and all of NPHL Nation, thanks for tuning in, folks. You bet, Julie, we will drive safe. Merry Christmas to you as well. And from James, Merry Christmas. So yes, Nee, from James and myself on NPHL Central, thanks for tuning in. We love bringing it to you, and we hope you love it as much as we do. Bye for now.